chairman. Yeah, absolutely. Sue, did everybody sign these? Yeah. You want this pen? We gotta put on the agendas and quickly. Why can't we just bring it up under announcements and we'll have a committee meeting with them, so okay? Yeah. Sure, you can bring it up under announcements and we'll say, yeah, okay. Why not? So I'm gonna have one in the near future. Who's the chairman? Ian, okay. It needed people and I put you on it. So if you'd be willing to serve, please. There's two committees that your committee will need another person. And traffic and safety, you guys need another person on that too. So. Right, that's what I'm saying. A budget nerd. Is that a compliment?
Couple of seconds. I'm gonna let Megan get in her seat. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Braintree Town Council meeting for Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. Could you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could everyone please remain standing and join me in a moment of silence for our men and women in uniform? Thank you very much. Could we please have roll call?
Councillor Barrica?
Here.
Councillor Flaherty?
Here.
Councillor Hume?
Here.
Councillor Maglio?
Here.
Counselor Moran,
Here.
Counselor Quilty,
Here.
Counselor Reynolds,
Here.
Counselor Ringus,
Here.
Counselor Ryan,
Here.
all present.
Thank you. So I want to welcome everyone to our first meeting for 2024. And I want to welcome our new members, Peter Moran and Ann Quilty. Wish that everyone... Thank you. And I hope we have a very good year on the town council, and I wish everybody the best of luck and all the best for 2024. So with that, we're going to have announcements. I had sent out everybody a list of the committee assignments for this year and next year, and I wanted to thank everyone for volunteering to be on committees and stepping up. It can be very busy and a lot of work on the committees, and that's where a lot of the rubber meets the road on the council, and we get a lot of the work done on the committee level. So thank you very much for everyone stepping up to serve. And with that, the next item under announcements, Justine Huang is here to talk about the Lunar New Year event. So Justine, if you could come up.
Thank you, Councilor Ryan. Thank you, Town Councilors. Give me a chance to standing in front of you, presenting these special events for our town Braintree again. Last week, my coworker asked me what's Lunar New Year. So I found that it's more meaningful to come up here and explain it. Our Lunar New Year is the first day of New Year based on the lunar calendar. Lunar calendar is based on farmers' planting cycle and the moon cycle. And this year, the Lunar New Year falls on February 10th for the Year of Dragon. Lunar New Year is the most of the important holiday in the Asian heritage, especially East Asian, like China, Vietnam, Japan, Korean perspective. And thousands and thousands of people traveling, one of the biggest migrating traveling during the Lunar New Year event, because just like Thanksgiving over here, everybody wants to be home and make it for this special day. As an immigrant myself, entire my life, when I born in Vietnam, grew up in China, and educated here, I appreciate that my father, my parents continued the heritage, pass it over to me, and I'm doing this with the Chinese American Association of Braintree and Braintree High School Asian Student Association together presenting you this year's Lunar New Year Festival celebration in Braintree High School. If you're looking at the flyer that I have passed it, you see last year was overwhelming, excited from the residents, and because we have outgrown the town hall facility. So thank you for the town planning facility, and the mayor's office agreed to help us secure the high school's gym as one of the facilities we're going to have this year, and it's going to present it with cooperation with the Braintree High School. We felt that the event is really letting our youth to learn their heritage and let them have an opportunity to step up and learn about leadership, communication, and marketing perspective. So we are looking forward. One of the tradition in New Year is really family gathering together, celebrate the new beginning of the years. And tonight, I just want to give you a symbolism of giving the red envelope that all the kids will get before New Year's Eve. It means that give you a new perspective and hope the kids be healthy and forever young. So I'm just going to pass a semblance of to each council and hope everybody's forever young in the heart. So again, thank you for all your support, and we're looking forward to see you in February 4th at Braintree High School from 12 to 4. Thank you.
Thank you, Justine. Justine, one second, Justine. So, any comments from the council? I just want to say that I thought the event, when it was here at Town Hall, was wonderful, and I could not believe how many people came to the event. You couldn't even get in the building. There were so many people, and it was so nice when to see the activity that was going on in here. So I wish you the best. I think it's wonderful that you're moving up to Braintree High School. You have more room up there and more parking, and hopefully you can, a lot of people can enjoy it a lot better. And just looking at the information, I just found out that I was born in the year of the dragon. I won't say which year I was born there, but I was born in the year of the dragon. So, but thank you, Justine.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Oh, sorry. Yep, Council Reynolds, sorry about that.
Thank you, Mr.
Absolutely.
President. I just wanted to make the announcement that we will be holding an Elder and Veteran Affairs Committee meeting. Time to be determined, but we're looking at probably the 30th of January, which more information will fall on that. It'll be informational only. It will not be a hearing, more or less a public meeting.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council Reynolds. Are there any other announcements? Sorry, I jumped ahead there for a second. Okay, thank you. So we have minutes from December 19th, 2023, and January 2nd, 2024. Do we have a motion for the minutes?
So moved, President Ryan.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of December 19th, 2023, and January 2nd, 2024. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is we have some old business we need to take care of. We need to open 4 public hearings and continue them to February 6th. So we're going to have one motion on 22012, the Mayor zoning bylaw text amendment, inclusionary housing and associated revisions, 23080 Mayor CPC appropriation, request for appropriation, fire station historic restoration, 23084 459 West Street LLC Street acceptance Dells Way, and 23086 Mayor transfer funds from the salary reserves or take up any action related thereto. So we're going to open them all at once and we're going to continue them. Do we have a motion?
Yes, Mr. President, to open public hearing for Order 22012, Order 23080, Order 23084, and Order 23086.
Okay, so we have a motion to open those 4 public hearings. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. So the public hearings are now open, and we're going to make a motion to continue all 4 public hearings until February 6, 2024. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
So we're going to continue the public hearings. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. So those 4 public hearings are continued to February 6th. The next item we have on the agenda, excuse me, is for 23058 Mayor borrowing authorization for animal control vehicle or take up any action related thereto. This requires a public hearing. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to open the public hearing. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. The public hearing is now open. I'm going to refer to Councilor Baraka, Chairman of the Ways and Means, for their recommendation.
Thank you, President Ryan. The committee met earlier this evening. We spoke with Detective Sergeant Chambers, and we voted unanimously to approve this motion.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the mayor's office that would like to speak on this tonight? Ed Spellman is here, but he's all set. Thank you, Mr. Spellman. Is there any council member that would like to speak on Order 23058? Council Baraka?
Thank you, President Ryan. So this item before us this evening is to approve a borrowing authorization to purchase a new animal control pickup truck. And what part of our discussion upstairs this evening discussing this is it is expected to be about $50,000 or so to purchase this vehicle, and I think it's important for residents to know that we are going to need to borrow money to purchase this truck because we do not have any reserves available to draw upon for what is really a relatively small amount of money on our $160 million budget. So unfortunately, we're going to have to borrow money, incurring interest costs, but of course, this is an item of dire need for the police department, which is why our committee voted unanimously to support it, but I just wanted to bring that fact to light.
Thank you, Counselor. Is there any other counselors that would like to speak on this matter tonight? Okay, we're having a public hearing on this matter. Is there anyone from the general public that would like to speak on this matter tonight? Okay, hearing no one, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Do we have a motion for 23085?
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move that the town of Braintree appropriates the sum of $68,000 to pay cost of purchasing a police animal control vehicle, less projected insurance recovery of $11,000 for the payment of all other costs incidental and related thereto, and that to meet this appropriation, the treasurer, with the approval of the mayor, is authorized to borrow said amount under and pursuant to GL Chapter 44, Section 7, Subsection 1, or pursuant to any other enabling authority, and to issue bonds or notes of the town therefore.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, the next item, or items on the agenda, we have we have a request for same-night action from the town clerk, Jim Casey, for two motions. The first motion is the call of the election, the presidential primary on March 5th, 2024. And the second motion is the designation of early voting site and hours for that election. So what I would ask all the members, does anyone oppose same-night action? If one person opposes same-night action, we're not going to vote on this tonight. And I was informed that we could vote on it at the next meeting, but the town clerk thought it would be prudent to get this issue voted on tonight. Okay. So hearing no one opposed to same-night action, I'm going to ask for a motion for 24002.
Mr. President, I would move that upon the request of the Braintree Town Clerk, the Town of Braintree, through the Braintree Town Council, order in the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Town of Braintree is hereby required to notify and warn the inhabitants of said town who are qualified to vote in the presidential primary election on Tuesday, March 5th, 2024, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the following purposes: to cast their votes in the presidential primary election for candidates of political parties on the official ballot for the following offices: presidential preference for the Commonwealth State Committeeman for the Norfolk, Bristol, and Plymouth Senatorial District, State Committee Woman for the Norfolk, Bristol, and Plymouth Senatorial District, State Committeeman for the Norfolk and Plymouth Senatorial District, State Committee Woman for the Norfolk and Plymouth Senatorial District, Town Committees for the Town of Braintree.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Is there any further discussion on this matter? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That's unanimous. And could we have a motion for 24003, please?
Mr. President, I would move upon the request of the Town Clerk that the Town of Braintree, through the Braintree Town Council, so order in the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The Town of Braintree is hereby required to establish under the Votes Act of 2022 an early voting site to allow any qualified voter for all regular state primaries, state elections, presidential primaries, special elections, and primaries to fill vacancies for U.S. Senate or Congress, and for any municipal elections held on the same day as one of the above listed elections. Further times for early voting shall be established during normal business hours, and for weekends, a minimum of 4 hours to cast a ballot during the early voting period. At the recommendation of the Braintree Board of Registrars, the Braintree Town Council hereby designates Braintree Town Hall, Cahill Auditorium, as Braintree's early voting site. Further, early voting hours shall be held during the days and hours described below: Saturday, February 24th, 8:30 to 1, Sunday, February 25th, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday, February 26th, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Tuesday, February 27th, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., Wednesday, February 28th, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Thursday, February 29th, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, March 1st, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Second.
Second, thank you, Counselor Ringus and Counselor Berica. So we have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion on this? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. So we have a matter we need to refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. Is there a motion to refer Order 24004 to the Committee on Ways and Means?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, so that is the business we have before us for being an open session today. The council needs to go into executive session tonight, so I'm going to read the motion. We're going to motion to go into executive session pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigation position of the public body, and the chair so declares. So do we have a motion to go into executive session for that reason?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so we're going to do a roll call vote to go into executive session.
Yes.
Counselor Flaherty?
Aye.
Counselor Hume?
Aye.
Counselor Maglio?
Aye.
Counselor Moran?
Aye.
Counselor Quilty?
Aye.
Counselor Reynolds?
Aye.
Counselor Ringus?
Aye.
Counselor Ryan?
Aye.
All
So-
in favor?
Thank you. So that's unanimous. So we're going to go into executive session, and we're going to reconvene the open session meeting to adjourn for the meeting. So we're going to take a 10-minute recess, and then we're going to go upstairs and go into executive session. And when we come out of executive session, we're going to adjourn the meeting for the night. So do we have a motion to take a 10-minute recess?
Just prior, before we go into executive session, are we going to be reconvening back down here or reconvening in Johnson? So just so the public's aware that we'll reconvene
We're going
up
to
there.
convene upstairs, and we're going to adjourn the meeting after executive session while we're up in Johnson Chambers. Thank you. So we have a meeting for a motion for a 10-minute recess.
So moved, Council President.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're going to take a 10-minute recess, and we're going to reconvene, go into executive session in the Johnson Chambers. Thank you.
Thank you.